Hello guys and welcome to the channel. So earlier last weekend on November 9th, Barcelona themselves have announced that Semedo picked up a calf injury during the Barcelona versus Celta Vigo game. And Semedo was replaced on the 23rd minute. Then later it was announced that he's going to be out for 5 weeks. And so if we look at the games that Semedo is going to be missing, he's going to be missing in the game against Leganes and then Borussia Dortmund, which is going to be a very important match, especially now that we tied against Slavia Praha. So we need to be on form during that game. And so after that game, we're going to be playing against Atletico Madrid, and then Mallorca, Inter Milan, and then potentially Real Sociedad. Now looking into how many more important matches he's going to be missing frustrates me, because if we take a step back and we just see how many injuries we have had throughout this whole season, it's unacceptable. It all started with Neto, our second goalkeeper. He had a hand injury and he was out for 6 to 8 weeks. Then we had Todibo, also had a leg injury on August 16 and was out for 15 days. Umtiti suffered a foot injury while on duty with France. That took him out for 5 to 6 weeks. Jordi Alba recently picked up his second injury when facing against Slavia Praha and is set to be out for 1 month. Sergio Roberto had a stretched ligament problem back on October 20th that lasted 8 days. Junior Firpo suffered a knee injury on August 29 that lasted 12 days, then suffered another muscle injury on October 1st that lasted 17 days. Dembele had a hamstring injury on August 19th that lasted 34 days. Then a muscle injury on September 27 that lasted 3 days. Then moving on to the forwards, Messi also had an injury on August 5th that lasted 42 days. Then had a adductor problem on September 25th that lasted 6 days. Luis Suarez also picked up a calf injury on August 17th that lasted 26 days. Then also picked up the same calf injury on November 3rd that lasted 5 days. Ansu Fati also had an injury. He had a knee problem on September 27th and lasted 8 days, and we're only 3 months into the season. So clearly you can see that our team has been on an injury crisis, and some players have been injured more than once. So like, what is it? Is it the medical staff not doing their job correctly? Is it the nutrition plan that the players are taking? Is it the lack of rotation? Like for example, Semedo was being overused throughout the whole season so far, because even when he wasn't playing right back, Valverde decided to use Semedo as a left back. So he was playing every game. He was taking 2 spots, and it has been said that this is the worst injury crisis since 2014-2015 season. So it's been 5 years since our last horrible injury crisis. And so there is one thing that we do know, which I believe is the reason why we're getting so many injuries. And that is Valverde does not believe in physical preparation. He does not value physical preparation. And so he was asked before the game against Getafe, and this was 2 months ago, and they asked him about the physical training methods due to the fact that there was an injury crisis. And he said, "I never give much importance to physical preparation. It is very ethereal way of influencing the team. When you win, it is that you are well, and when not, it is that you do not work for it. No one really understands physical preparation. It is about getting ready. It is true that there are setbacks more than we would like, but it is what it is. I don't blame the preseason or anything like that. We are Barca and we know what we have to do." So to me, when he said it's true, there are setbacks more than we would like, but it is what it is, to me it just seems like he's ignoring this problem. You can't just be saying it is what it is, because it is affecting your squad till this day, only because you don't value physical preparation enough. And the players need that physical preparation. Physical preparation has to be looked at more by Valverde. As a matter of fact, news broke out this morning and Piqué had an interview. And this is what he said: "I barely get 4 or 5 hours of sleep. That's not enough time for everything. The club understood and there are no problems. I dedicate my spare time to what I like." So for the club to be okay with an athlete to get only 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night is ludicrous. And if we take a quick look at a research done by the National Sleep Foundation, it says some research suggests that sleep deprivation increases levels of stress hormone cortisol. Sleep deprivation has also been seen to decrease production of glycogen, carbohydrates, and they are stored for energy used during physical activity. In short, less sleep increases the possibility of fatigue, low energy, and poor focus at a game time. It may also slow recovery post-game, which results into injury. So Piqué is a great example of how our own players could potentially be treating themselves off the pitch, because those words that Valverde spoke out 2 months ago could be manifesting into these players today. And that's why we have a huge injury crisis. Lose a little bit of sleep. Is okay to eat this, is okay to eat that, it's okay to not prepare well enough for a game. The players are going to do that because the players always look up to the coach. So now going into how we should approach our 5 weeks without Nelson Semedo, I'm going to keep it plain and simple. And that is using Weg as our right back against Lejanes because that is the only option we have. And it will be a good opportunity for him to gain experience. He will be ready just in case anything happens to Sergio Roberto within these next 5 weeks because it's going to be a very tough 5 weeks. And so we're going to need Weg to be ready. We promoted him for a reason, so let's start using him. So I know I went really deep into this topic, but this has been the worst injury crisis in 5 years. And we need answers as to why this is happening to our players. And right now is not the time to be having this type of problem in the season. I'm trying my very best to study and do the research on what's going on and how we can solve it. This is going to hurt our season and we need to be prepared. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.